Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. FA Cup 5th round action tonight, and City have just beaten Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough, away from home, 1-0. I'm sure you guys are going to come on and tell me it was a boring goal game. We were really slow, ponderous. We just needed a injection of sustained pace, and we were just, for me anyway, that's kind of summed that game up for me. We're just far too slow. We needed to pass that ball quicker. We needed to take our chances when they did arrive. And we needed the goals to be slightly bigger because we kept on hitting that post, or crossbar, sorry. But end of the day, City win. That's all that matters. We're through to the next round. That's all that matters. But it was hard work. And, when you don't score and you're playing so lethargically and slow, you do worry. You do worry that the other team's going to get a chance. And they had a couple of, half chances. Hi, mate. Saints, I hope you're well. Wednesday were rubbish. They didn't. But look, what could they do? They couldn't take us on at our own game. They'd just get battered. So, I think they had to play the way they were. They're not good enough. They haven't got enough quality. They had to play a massive defensive game and hope for the best. Ikram, yeah, I thought we'd get at them a bit more. I thought we'd get an early goal. We had a chance. We had our chances. Sergio had an early chance, but we didn't take, as usual, didn't take our opportunities. And then we were just, it was so slow. I got to be honest, that second half, it was that poor, I thought anyway, that I went to help my son. It's World Book Day tomorrow. So I went to help him. He wants to go as Stan Laurel. So he wanted a bowler hat, which I've got, and a cane. He needs a cane. I said, go to Charlie Chaplin. Anyway, I went off and spent 5 minutes doing that. I mean, that's how that game got to me. You got to feel like Foden's got to play. If Foden, this is what I don't understand. If Foden can't play in this game, then he's got to be playing against United. What are you saving him for? Because he's night to save him for. But hey, end of the day, as I said, the main thing was we won. Let's just quickly put this on Twitter. It was a tough old watch, tough old watch. I've called it a snooze fest. I think it was. But as people are saying, the main thing is to get through. That's all that matters. That's all that matters at this stage of the competition. But I'm a bit, as I said, bored and frustrated because we should have done more. We should have, put that game to bed a lot earlier than. We never did put it to bed. That was a huge frustration that we left Sheffield Wednesday in that game for a lot longer than they should have been. And we got. It's hard to say we got lucky because they weren't in the game and they had a couple of, as I said, half chances. But it was a tough to watch, and I think there's some more poor performances. I mean, you've got to remember Sheffield Wednesday are a mid-table championship team. Abdallah Al-Mami, Sergio always turns up. He did the business. Abdallah said, I think long-term Sterling should never play left wing. He's non-existent in most games this season. I'm not sure. I'm going to watch the quarterfinal draw. Yeah, it's soon, Ikram, but I'm not going to watch it. I'll see it as it comes up. Very busy man tonight. So I thought I'll do the stream and let the draw pop up on my notifications wherever. Left my phone in my pocket. Dig my phone out. Yeah. As I said, it certainly wasn't the best performance. What you can say, I mean, the build-up in general. When we speeded it up, you notice that Sheffield Wednesday, they couldn't live with us when we speeded it up. You know, we split them open. But the problem was, you know, we were doing it casually. It was like a training session. It was too easy. And we would just strolling around the pitch. We'll have, you know, I'd be surprised if we don't have a 70-odd% possession. But there was no ruthlessness. There was no energy, not enough energy, not enough, what's the right word? I'm searching for a word here. There just wasn't enough coming from us. You know, it was too, as I said, it was too, I felt anyway, it was far too casual, far too casual. There was no urgency at all. And you can argue, look, we had control of the game. Sheffield Wednesday didn't pose any problems. We were going to win. More than likely, we were going to win. There's no denying that. But I want to see a bit more. I want to see a bit more. Get the game put to bed so you don't have to stretch yourselves. And can you imagine? Can you imagine if they'd managed to get lucky and score a goal? Yeah, and then we're lumbered with extra time. Got a lot of games coming up. We've got the derby on Sunday. We've got Arsenal next Wednesday. We've got Burnley after that on the weekend. After that, we've got Real Madrid. We've got an absolute ton of games coming up. We could not take that risk of this going to extra time, you know. But we did. I don't understand it. We had the players. You know, if Foden's not going to play on Sunday, he should have been playing tonight. Mejo Fanatico. I don't get why you would play a cup game 90 minutes with 10 defenders. 75 to 80 minutes, okay, then attack. Absolutely. Sheffield Wednesday really didn't put any effort in. It was bizarre because their season's almost over. You know, it's unlikely that they're going to get relegated. It's unlikely that they're going to get promoted. They're sitting in 12th, I think, with 48 points. 56 is the team in 6th. 10 games to go. It's unlikely that they're going to make it. Why would they do that? You know, I don't understand it. It should have gone for it a bit more towards the end. Mahrez or Jesus should play on the left instead of Sterling on the left. I don't think it's going to happen. Do you think Sterling's lack of confidence since the goal? No, Abdallah, it was before that. I've said it many times. The first 4 or 5 games of the season, he was on fire. He was talked about as being at the level of just below Ronaldo and Messi. He talks about him being the top 3 or 4 in the world. Then he went on England duty. He was brilliant for them. He came back and he wasn't the same player. Okay, he was still scoring a few goals. He was getting in good positions, but he wasn't creating as much and affecting games as much from himself, I think, after that. Then we had the Gomez incident, and he just carried on drifting since then. They were poor, Aaron. Absolutely right. You can't argue with that. Needs to be faster and more wasteful. Absolutely. I mean, job done in the end. I mean, you might as well take my job at Aaron, because it's spot on. Absolutely spot on. Ikram says, Abdallah, basically the wingers should be on the wing of their preferred foot, if that makes sense. It can work both ways, you know. I don't think it just works one way. Let me just quickly check if there's any messages that... Sometimes you get messages that get held up. And because I'm using StreamYard, if it is held up, then I won't see it. So I apologize for that, guys. Let's just get rid of some stuff. I'm just going to stick a picture up. Yeah, look, bottom line is we got through. I'm just going to check my notifications to see. Hopefully they'll tell me who our opponents are soon. Just stick a picture of Aguero up as, there we go. Joe. For that. Sorry, yeah, a bit of a streaming issue there. Just get nice bit of brightness for me so I can see. Yeah, but any good? I mean, I don't want to do I don't actually want to sit here and do a player ratings. That's the pain for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night would be a real pain doing these player ratings because I don't think we played well. We did what we had to do. Unarguably, we got through until we did what we had to do. But I didn't see it in the style. And, you know, you can argue as well that, you know, after a couple of big games, obviously Real Madrid last week, and even Leicester before that, Leicester, Real Madrid, Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup final. Mentally, the players might have been a little bit tired. But then play somebody else. If players aren't doing it, I thought Aguero was, I wouldn't say showing his age. He didn't do it for me. I'm trying to think of players who really did well. Hi, Angus, hope you're well. I think Mahrez should be a starter. His work rate. Yeah, but Abdallah, for the most part, I don't think he was great. Maliko, Mahrez, Milan, man of the match. Maybe that one of their defenders. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think which player. John Stones. There you go. Poor game says done. Absolutely, mate. Major Fanatico. Same thing we did last year at the business end of the season. We just do enough to win and no more. Win, move on to next. Absolutely. We did that. We had 4 1-0 wins in our last 13 league games last season. 4 1-0 wins. Cancelo waits for Chief Red, and yeah, crosses were poor. Some of the passing was poor. I saw someone on Twitter said, his last 3 passes, he's given the ball away. And I hate it when we do hit and hope crosses. Mahrez, we had a great chance towards the end to. They had Gabby Jesus at the near post, defender, and Sergio Aguero in the middle of the goal. Basically, both of them were unmarked. Mahrez just had to hit one of them, and he hit it too high for Gabby and not high enough to beat the defender who was standing in between, who headed it clear. I mean, that was another very wasteful one. Hi, Callum. Hope you're well, mate. Yes, I think the thing is, Callum, as I said, I think it's the fact they played some big games recently in a short space of time. The Leicester game, that was a big game for me. Partly deciding who's going to finish second in the league. The Real Madrid was obviously a huge game mentally and physically, and the Carabao Cup final as well. And some of the players might not have been up for this one because like Sheffield Wednesday, CFA Cup, it doesn't matter. There's a few more rounds to go, and that's the wrong attitude to take. We were lucky as well, as someone said earlier, that Wednesday didn't go for it. Really, very sporadic at the end. There was a few moments where they tried to press us, but in the second half when they were losing. But really, you got to throw the kitchen sink at it for the last 10 minutes. And you can see that occasionally when you do put the pressure on, we can be wasteful. We can be our own worst enemies. Like that, there was that ball that Mendy headed in the box. Gabby Jesus controlled it. He could see an attacker there nearby, but he was in total control. But I don't think Mendy said anything to him. He didn't notice the guy coming from behind him. He took the ball away, and then they crossed it in, and that could have easily been a goal. Could easily be in a goal with a bit of bad luck for City, good luck for Sheffield Wednesday. Could have been a goal. So it was like, it's been in and out this season. We've still done it really well. We're still second comfortably. We'll still probably finish with low 80s, 81, 82 points. We've won the Carabao Cup. We're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League. We played well against Real Madrid, but it just feels like there's far too many mistakes, silly errors, and lack of push from certain players. Mendy and Aguero, 2 best players, says Ikram. I think Aguero worked reasonably. I think Aguero works harder when he's coming back to get the ball and lay the ball off and then spin around. If he's asked to chase the defenders and close them down, I don't think he likes that at all. Who are you wishing to get in the quarterfinals? Norwich. I don't know the Spurs Norwich score. I'd like Norwich. Get a revenge at home. Rodri, man of the match. It's hard to say for me. Joy starting prediction wrong for this game 3. Yeah, but Angus, a lot of us said 3-1. We all thought City would do a little bit better than we actually did. Let's put the draw on then. Let's just quickly see. Not going to put. You guys will see the draw before me because I'm not going to put it on the telly. I'm going to put it on. I'm not going to put it on telly because I have to swap rooms. I'll just watch it online, which actually means that it'll be delayed because online is slower than on the telly. Come on, City. Get a home draw. Get a home draw. Home draw, home draw, home draw. That's all I want. Home draw. Spurs are still drawing. Come on, City. Come on. Sergio looked class. I think Monk just wanted a moral victory. He lost 1-0 to the champions. He's a pragmatic manager. I'm surprised for Zinchenko. Yeah, I was surprised Zinchenko didn't start. I think Mendy should be the guy to start against United at the weekend. I was a bit surprised. Leicester 1, Birmingham 0. We're going to be drawn against Arsenal, Man United. Derby. I want us to play Derby at home. Here we go. Derby for me. Come on, Derby. Nah. Come on, guys. Extra time Spurs versus Norwich. Good news. Good news. I don't want Chelsea. Sheffield United versus Arsenal. It's a great draw, Ikram. It's a great draw because Sheffield United gives them a very good chance to get to the semi-finals. Oh, Newcastle versus City is not a game that I want. Not Newcastle versus City. Not Leicester versus City. I'm just Newcastle. Give us a sec, guys. I'm just going to get my charger. Stick my charger in. YI, man. YI. Chelsea versus Leicester. Big teams going out. It's 4th versus 3rd in the Premier League at the moment. So who's left? Derby or United versus Spurs or Norwich? Come on, Norwich. Come on, Derby and Norwich. Love it. I'll love it if it was Derby versus Norwich. Shall I pull my charger out? Derby versus Norwich would be fantastic draw. Aaron, it could have been worse. Definitely. I mean, you could have been playing Chelsea or Leicester away. Could have been Arsenal away. I don't think there'd be too much trouble for us. Could have been United away. I'd love it, Ikram. I'd love it. Derby versus Norwich would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think. That's going to be at the weekend of the 21st, 22nd. There'll be loads of tickets available for that. Loads of tickets. Newcastle's capacity is about 54,000, 52,500. So FA Cup away allocation is, I think, 15%. It could be a lot here. Let's just have a quick look. 15%. So if they've got 52,000, we should be getting 7,500, at least 7,000. I don't think we can sell that for 7,000. I don't know. Got to check my diary that weekend, see what I've got planned. Pep was watching the draw, saying, "Please give us a home draw." And then when he was drawn away, shouldn't say it out loud. Let me check my diary, see what I've got planned. I've got lots of things going on. So this 8th, we got United. So we're on the 21st, 22nd that weekend. Right now, I've got nothing there. Just trying to see. Check the diary. That could be a weekend in Newcastle. That could be a very, very interesting game for us. Weekend in Newcastle would be very nice. City fans lied 4,000, absolutely. Not City versus Norwich final would be cool. They'll give us all top tier. Yeah, we'll have a good allocation, 6,000 or 7,000, I'm sure. You're right, Aaron, miles away. But I think this is Man City giving me my notification. Yeah. So, but look, it'd be a cracking weekend. I mean, look, Newcastle will be going for it. They've had a decent season so far, and they will be in it. They probably, I mean, they won't know if they're safe or not. That's always an issue. I think they're almost safe in the league, but you never know. You absolutely never know. But by the time we play the FA Cup games, let me just pick up the Premier League table, because I think that's interesting. So Newcastle are sat there. Are they in danger? Newcastle they're in 14th with 32 points. It depends, I think, on their next game, how Newcastle will view that match, because there's 3 teams on 27, 1 on 28. Now, Newcastle, they have got a cushion of 5 points, but their goal difference is minus 17. You look at all the teams on 27 points, West Ham minus 14, Watford minus 16, Bournemouth minus 17. Even Villa, who have got a game in hand, they're 7 points behind and then minus 18. So realistically, Newcastle's goal difference isn't going to help them. And if, who knows, if the teams below them win this weekend, then Newcastle could be only a few points off the relegation zone. So, that might affect the kind of team that they're going to put out. Won't be easy. They'll have to be up for it. That Wembley place is at stake. But I think also, thank you, Nightbot. Oh, the salmon pasta, Ikram. My kids loved it. My wife loved it. I didn't have that. Made it for them. I had tuna fish because I like my tuna fish. They had the lovely salmon. Let me quickly check my calendar again. So let me have a look. So we've got a game this weekend. So there's 2 more games, okay, before. There's 2 more league games. City have got 3, but I'm saying most of the teams will have 2 more league games before the FA Cup quarterfinals. Now, if Newcastle lose those 2 games and other teams win them, and Newcastle are in the danger zone again, then it's possible that Steve Bruce might be pragmatic and be more focused on staying in the Premier League and putting out a better team. Geordies versus Mancunians. Ikram says Alan Shearer is holding in the emotion in the studio because Newcastle draws. Yeah, look, they've got further than they got for ages, haven't they? Cheers, Angus. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ikram, you're a tuner lover too. Right, guys. Have I ever went tuning? No, Roger. I've hardly ever been fishing. The only time I've done any fishing is when I was a kid in the boating lake park opposite where we used to live. They had a huge boating lake, and I went out. We caught some fish. Caught about, I think, 6 fish, little tiny little things. I remember taking them home, putting them in a bottle of water, and they died. What a surprise! Shouldn't laugh really, but how are we to know that fresh water would kill them? I hope we beat Newcastle, says Abdallah to shut up to Geordie. Oh, he won't come on my channel. It'd be great get True Geordie on the channel, but I'm not massively keen. But hey, I'm always interested in different opinions. Wonder how he'll take it. Just a few more minutes, guys, and I think that'll be the stream. Newcastle away, Mokund. Hey, I think we know that already. It's going to be a good game against Newcastle. They'll want to win it. We should be able to put out a good team because we'd have just played the thing is we'd have just played that Real Madrid game, and then we will have the Newcastle game, and then I think we have a week off. Let's quickly send a message. So it's not as if we're inundated with games at that particular point in time. Let me just quickly have a look again. Because then it's international break. So after Real Madrid, after the FA Cup, it's international break. So we've got to just say to ourselves, we can give it everything, put out our best team, give it everything we've got to get through. And then the semi-finals are on the, trying to remember, 18th and 19th of April. So we just got to give it everything. Easy win, says Mukun. Yeah, it was, but pretty slow, absolutely. Ikram, player ratings, probably. I suspect 9 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday. I'm trying to think what I've got on, because obviously that does affect stuff. what I've got on. But I think 9 o'clock sounds right to me tomorrow. I don't think there's anything that's going to get in the way. To be honest, I don't think they're going to be cracking player ratings, to be honest, because I think a few of us have said, it was a boring old game. Severe lack of excitement. I think you can tell in my voice, severe lack of excitement in that game tonight. But hey, bottom line, as we said many times, bottom line is we won the game. We're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. It's at 9 wins back to back. 9 wins in the FA Cup. Obviously back to back. We haven't lost for 9 games. That includes last season and this. My computer is as slow as anything at the moment. Right, let's just see some last few. Winding down. Loads of average players, no one gets above. So, yeah, Aaron, I think you're going to be right. Real struggle to see, who had a fantastic performance, because it was just so slow, and because Sheffield Wednesday didn't do anything, it was just lethargic, and and okay, it's tough. You got a low block, so many men behind the ball, but you've got to step it up a little bit. We've had this time and time again, and it is that, I think, the speed of passing that can make the difference. But on the other hand, what you don't want to do is take risks and pass it too quick and then end up losing the ball and conceding on the break. So, you're going to be a little bit pragmatic. Absolutely, Abdallah Alamami. Real Madrid and Newcastle, best teams at both times. Jalul Hamza Mara's the best player. Jalul, mon ami. What game were you watching? Mon ami. No, Mahrez wasn't the best player. Mukund Nadkani. Don't understand why Sheffield wouldn't have a go in the last one. I thought the last 10 minutes they should have really busted up. Really busted up. Because, I can understand if you start doing it at 20 minutes, you might think it's too long. But at least give it everything. That kitchen sink has to be thrown in the last 10 minutes. And, they didn't do it. And they deservedly lost, for lack of ambition, lack of effort, really, in an attacking sense. But Foden should have played. Yeah, I think so. I think he'd have added an extra bit of buzz and sparkle, because he's young. He's a City fan. I think he'd have given more than some of the other players. But who knows? He might be starting with KDB on Sunday against United. Jason, hi mate. Hi, I hope you're well. Just about to wrap up tonight. Just about to wrap up. Any more for any more, guys, before we wind it down? Aaron, KDB and Foden on the way forward? Absolutely. Direct full of energy? Absolutely. That would be amazing. Yeah, I think he's ready. I think, as I said when the team news was out, I said maybe he doesn't start today because he's been saved for the United game. I can't see anything else, because that's the next step up in his development. Another big game against Aston Villa, because it's cup final and he starts. Big game against United at the weekend. It would be good for his development if he starts that game too. Don't know. I'm not going to even look to the team, but if he's not going to start against United, then he should have started tonight. Hey, Bill, you've been added to our regulars list. So that's Jason has been added. We have a list of regulars. Hey, Jason, you and me too, mate. You and me too. I want City to win. Whilst that's what I've said. Whilst we're doing well, I want us to win as much as we can. Whilst we're in this stage of, I won't say development, but of the club where we, with Pep and all the players and everything else. When you play teams that used to hammer you, I want to hammer them. You know, we're not hammering up. For instance, we've had so many opportunities to hit Arsenal for, I think, 6 or 7, and we pack it in at 3. Oh, come on. We've seen so many times Arsenal pummel us and other teams pummel us. And I just think, it's our time. It's our turn. Let's get our own back. Let's smash some other teams, you know, around the park. And one of the ones I want to smash is Arsenal. When we beat them 3-0 in the Carabao Cup a couple of seasons back, we could have beat them 6-0. When we beat them 3-0 at their place 4 days afterwards on Thursday night, you know, we were 3-0 up after about 35 minutes. We could have battered them, but we packed it in. You know, we're conserving our energy. You know, sometimes I just want to wish we could just keep going and absolutely smack them. Aaron will set this level for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. Look, it's going to be a mixture of us dropping our level a little bit and other teams getting better, because I can't imagine, you know, the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United will be as poor as they are for too long. Maybe a season or 2 more, but surely they're going to get better and put us and Liverpool under more pressure. Absolutely, Mucken. Just want to smash United. Yeah, Mucken, 10 men behind the ball. 10 men behind the ball, but that's the way it is. Right, guys, I think that's me lot. I want to rest. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for coming on the channel tonight. Getting involved with this stream. We did a preview when we did the team news and this stream as well. Hope you guys have very good evenings. City are through to the FA Cup. Nearly messed that up. City are through to the FA Cup quarterfinals. See you around, Blues.